What's happening, guys? Welcome back to TimeShot for the Monday episode. What's happening? Hope you had a great weekend. It went by so freaking fast. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys got to do something fun. I know one of you got to go to a carnival. Let me know in the comments section. Remember, guys, if you do enjoy the episode, consider slapping that like button like that. And it lets me know you enjoyed it, as well as helps me out a bit. Today, we're doing a lot of things. So I'm going to finish up the cottage in this episode. Promise, guaranteed, cross my heart, and all that fun jazz. We're going to do a few donator things, and then we're going to talk about my, while we're building the cottage, my run-in with the police here in the province of Ontario. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. I didn't get a record, and I'm not a bad guy, so it's okay. It's all right. He's a good guy. So let's get the donators out of the way first. I want to say thank you to you guys. I usually leave it to the end of the episode, and I don't know if anybody sees it. So this is for you guys. Thank you so much to those who go that extra mile and do support me through Patreon. You guys are awesome. It means the world. Thank you, Silent Lilac, for the donation. And then Silent is donating $10. Thank you so much, Silent. That is amazing. If I could give you a hug in real life, I would. It continues to blow my mind. We'll go over here. There is a link in the description for Patreon. I'm working on revamping it. I don't think I've ever done it completely right. So we'll go and I'll make sure that things are proper and tiered out like that. The next one is Akorik. Thank you. There we go. Akorik. Make sure I spell his name right. For the donation, $5. $5 hairs. You can do a lot with $5 hairs. Thank you so much, Korik. It means the world. And I need the next one is going to be on the one I'm actually building, which is back here. Those two donated and have been donated for a while, so I wanted to get them up front. We're going to put this one on here. I think I'm going to do it here because you see it more. Thank Jamaica? To make? Thank you. Is there something behind me? TG Commander for the donation. $22. That's amazing. Thank you, TG. Thank you, guys. It means the world to me. I'm not going to spend too much more time on it, but I appreciate you guys. And it means the world. Let's get over to the cottage. The cottage right here. Oh, oui. Let's do the cottage. Okay, let's get the signs out of me. Don't need no more signs. So you can see I've already done a little bit of work. Last episode, I set up the foundation. And it's just going to be a simple cottage. But I'm going to show you guys how you can use landscapes to kind of bring your design, your build just that much further. Because heck is going on here? I know you guys, a lot of you are really talented builders, and by adding a little bit of landscaping, which is just adding bushes, maybe some custom trees, you can make your builds look like a bajillion dollars. A bajillion, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. If I had a bajillion dollars, I would probably not know what to do with myself. Is that all I got from those trees? Wow, we're going to have to chop this sucker down. I was wanting to leave it. Or we could grow these ones. Let's grow these ones, actually. Sure. And hopefully by the time I need them, some of them will be grown. If not, I have bone meal on me. All right, so what you guys came for, the run-in with the law. Oh, it's so bad. So let me give you a little bit of backstory. Straight out of high school, I decided to go to the workforce, to enter the workforce and not go to college. And I believe for me, I just wasn't ready to continue my educational journey. And it's different for everybody. So if you're in that kind of position, don't feel like you have to go to college right away. Age is but a number. I go to college and there's 60-year-olds, there's 50-year-olds doing classes. That's not going to grow because it's right by this stinking thing. There we go. And older than 30. So you guys got lots of time. Just don't stress out. Life is way too short. That's a main thing. Life is way too short to stress out about what am I going to do for the rest of my life. It's way too. Have fun. Enjoy it. Because, before you know it, you're going to be my age, and you're going to be getting seniors discounts at your local drugstore. Oh man, I can't wait. Actually, I'm excited to get discounts on my medications because it's cool. So I decided to go right into the workforce, and that, whatever. I got money experience, and that was good. That was a good thing for me because I needed it. I think I don't think I was ready to go into just the book work again. I was kind of with a disability, with a learning disability. It's kind of hard going through school, and education is not the most funnest all the time. So I wanted to get a hold of money, figure out my life, and then would go from there. So I did that, and you know what? I did it. I got experiences, which is nice. I also got some money, so I was able to buy things. I was my first ever job was automotive detailing at a truck sales shop. So Truck Simulator. When you buy a truck, those truck stores. I worked at one, and I was there. I was to detail trucks, and I have another story, but I think I'm gonna wait until another episode. So I was doing that for a year, maybe 2 years. Just earning money, getting by, paying bills, doing what adults do, and it was okay. The boss was I did not like the boss whatsoever. He was one of the worst people you could ever work for. We're gonna make this, I think, just flat. I was rounding it out, but I want to make it flat like this. So he's the worst person to work for. Absolutely horrible. He didn't know how to treat his workers, and he would make us work long hours. It was me and my buddy did it. So he'd make us work long hours and stuff like that. So it kind of stunk. We didn't get much time to ourselves. That doesn't look that great. Let's let me take this out. I think I have to do one thing a stone. So a couple of months went by, a year went by, and he started to develop a bad reputation at the dealership we were in, and because we were subcontractors, we were leasing the detailing spot out of the shop. So we had a spot that he paid monthly for, and we used their space, right, to clean their trucks, to do stuff so they could sell them. And he started to kind of rub them the wrong way, kind of demanding things, kind of asking for more money, charging them more stuff for products they used to get for a lot cheaper, and it wasn't good for us. We definitely felt it. They were other than the work-wise, we felt it. The people there were nice to us, so that was a good thing. So he did that, and then eventually got so bad they didn't renew his lease. Right, his lease was up, and one day we walked in. He said, "Boys," and then word for word, "Boys, we're moving. This place is horrible." I was like, "Okay, well, I don't really. As long as I get a paycheck, I'm fine, right? As long as I'm getting paid, I don't care where I work." So because I was the second hire, my friend, my buddy was the first hire. I got the short end of the stick and didn't get any hours. He was basically saying, "Oh well, we don't need him right now. Well, don't call him in. He'll come in when I need him." And it was like, whatever. Okay, I was 20 at the time. I still had money. I was like, I don't really have bills. I'm not dependent on this too much. I still live with my parents. Whatever. I'll take it for what it is. And I finally got a call. We're moving all of the stuff into this into this warehouse. Not warehouse. It's kind of like a industrial subdivision. I don't know if any of you guys have it. I know in the States there probably is, but I don't know in Europe what they call it. It's basically a complex or a little area of industrial zone where you get like little car shops, detailing shops. Sometimes you get computer shops in them, and it had a work bay, so we got that. And I came in, we started moving our stuff in, but it was always a little fishy, and it's nighttime. Let me quickly sleep, guys, and I'll continue my story in a sec. Sorry, guys, I had to go to sleep. There was already a creeper by the main building while I walked by, and I was like, I don't want you to explode on my pathway or near my buildings. Please don't do so, sir. So he's right here, and I attacked him. Anyway, where was I? It was fishy. So I walked in, and there was these... I don't want to stereotype, because I'm sure I am. But they were like Russian... They seem like Russian mobsters. It was really bad. Like they had heavy, like northern, that region accents. I don't know if they were Russian, but they definitely acted like really fishy. So they'd have Hummers come in. They had young guys in ski boats come in and then leave random times. And we were, me and my buddy were like, what are these guys up to? And they would always shut the blinds when they had meetings. So the guys would go into, so let's just say there's here's where the truck is. The office is right here. And they would shut the blinds because we'd be able to see in, right? And we'd be like, man, something fishy is going on here. Like, do we continue? Do we leave? Like, we both had car payments. We both had, like, bills we had to pay. So we couldn't just be without a job for an extended period of time. So we continued on, and it just got weirder and weirder until random dudes start coming up, and we didn't realize this until later on, but they were undercover cops. They were undercover police officers scoping the place out, and we had no idea. So they brought in a Hummer, and it was wired with audio equipment, and we didn't know that. So we're cracking jokes. We're probably talking like sailors, because that's what you do when you're working in the industrial zone. You're not the most clean talking, and I mean like swearing and stuff like that. So they probably heard me swear like a trucker, or a sailor, either one. So we got that done, and then like a week later, everybody started filing out of this warehouse except for us, the cleaning guys and our manager. And we were like, yeah, something's definitely happening, but we can't really put our finger on it, and we don't really know what. So we can't just, up and leave, because he's got a lease, and we're doing and making money and blah, blah, blah. Didn't have anything lined up. So I go in one day, and he's like, okay, B, you need to go and get these stickers off this truck, because that's the biggest thing, is like truckers like to detail, and companies like to detail their trucks and their rigs. So you got to take that off. So I had I think it was Varsol, which is paint remover, to remove some glue, and I was doing that. I had a rag in my hand, and then all of a sudden, I'm washing. Just imagine, this is you. I'm washing the side of the truck with Varsol and a rag, and I feel a cold, cylindrical object up against my head. And then the next word is get down on the ground, and I'm literally thrown to the ground in shock. Don't know what's going on, because, hey, I'm a young, dumb, just 20-year-old dude trying to make payments and make money, and I had no idea what was going on. So I'm getting thrown to the ground. I got a knee to the back, and I have a shotgun loaded, aimed directly to the back of my head. I cannot tell you how scary it is to have a shotgun barrel pointed at the back of your head. Other than if I had clean underwear that day, they were no longer clean because of that incident. So I'm sitting there on the ground, being cuffed, being thrown around like a rag doll. And I'm not a small dude. These officers, these cops, the SWAT team came in balaclavas, and I only can now I see like what actually happened. My buddy was outside of the shop, and he was doing something. He was doing something with mud flaps, which are the things on the back of trucks that stop the rocks from hitting your windows. And he didn't come back in the shop, and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of weird. He's not back in. He had a handgun drawn at his head, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he was told to be quiet, handcuffed outside. I'm inside, don't know what's going on, handcuffed, and I'm there in shock. I have no idea what's going on. We're sitting there. The officers are like questioning and like searching the place, and my boss comes in. And they had the canine unit on the top. Like it was two floors. Like it had just a storage above the office. He walks in, he's like, hey boys. And then all of a sudden I hear, get on the ground. And they're yelling at him. The dog falls through the office, falls through the office ceiling, because it's just like this particle thing they use because it's cheap and they want to have a ceiling. So a dog falls through. Officers then draw their guns to the dog. It's mayhem. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna get shot. I'm probably, this is my time. I have no idea what to do. What did I do to deserve this? And I'm sitting there, and then they start cracking, like after a couple minutes of like just bedlam, they're like cracking jokes, right? Coming in, they got the balaclavas on, they're joking around. They have, their bulletproof sponge vests on, which is insane to see. I've never seen a cop like fully geared up in real life. And they're cracking jokes, and I laugh at everything because I'm nervous, right? So I'm laughing, and doesn't one of the cops look at me directly in the face, and he says, and in the most stern voice and just aggressive, don't you laugh. I'm sure there was a curse in there. Don't you laugh. There's nothing to laugh about. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm don't want to upset you, sir. Okay. So that happened. They questioned me. I was like, I'm here for a paycheck. We're renting this place, and I don't know what's happening. So they ripped apart my car. They let me go. They were like, okay, we believe your story, but don't come back here. And I was like, I'm going home. I'm never coming back again. Don't you worry, sir. I will go home and I will play on my computer and never leave again. And like months later, I get a phone call from I guess I want to say the court system, like a lawyer, asking me to testify in court against these drug dealers, drug runners. Apparently they were shipping out drugs out in ski-doos, and I was so blind to that. I had no idea. I was never close enough to a ski-doo to find it. Oh shoot, I missed out. Okay, we'll go get some. So I've never seen it. I never saw it. I wasn't part of it, and I was like, okay, I don't want anything to do with it. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm good. I'm not. That part of my life is over. So I didn't go to court, and I've never had to deal with anything, and I never got a record. So it was a very, very good learning experience for me, and I want to I've always been straight shooter Never been on the bad side of the law. I never did anything bad in high school. I was one of those kids who like went home early, it just just to be at home, didn't hang out with the bad kids, because you know, as much as much as sometimes the cops don't aren't always thinking about or do things bad, like especially here. There's been a couple bad things they've done. Oh my gosh, I don't want to spoil this, but this looks amazing. I'm coming over. I'm coming over. Very good. It's a villager thing. Like I never want to be on the bad side of the law ever, because it's horrible. I auto farm. What? Okay. I can't do it. I want to have a clean record. Like it looks bad on you if you ever want to get a job. Plus, hey, there's no point. What's this? Are we done? Dies? No. Okay. So, lesson, everybody, stay on the proper side of the law. Don't rent. If your boss says he's going to rent a industrial unit to work in, make sure there's no mobsters, because they could be shipping drugs out in Ski-Doos and selling it in Humvees. Oh, like I don't. Oh, shoot. I didn't pick any up. No, I want that. I don't want that. Gunpowder I don't need. We'll just throw the gunpowder. And just we'll walk around and pick all this stuff up. Perfect, sheep. We're coming to get your fleecy white snowy wool. Okay, I need to get out of here. It's hurting my eyes. Ah! Please. Here we go. I don't know how to close things. All right, there we go. Let's go finish this cabin. I think I touched upon the whole cop thing. I have another story. It's a little more gruesome. Now, if you guys are, wanting to hear it, let me know in the comments section. It is definitely something that it's not something everybody gets to experience. And having done it, I can tell you, it is one of the most disgusting things that can ever happen to a person. Any time in their life, in their working career. Like, you hear people say, I'd never even wish this upon my enemy. I would not even wish this upon the worst person in the world, because it is that disgusting what I had to do. And I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys want to hear it, let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely tell it in the next TimeShot episode. Remember, it is a little bit more mature, but it's worth talking about. I have so many stories about things that have happened to me in my life, and I could write a book of just weird and wacky things. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't have a bow and arrow. I have arrows. I don't have a bow. Okay, let's deal with them. Come on, boys. Track me over here. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Hey, don't blow up, mister. Okay, 2 hits. Oh, no. Oh, you saw that? Okay. Ha. Why didn't they die in 2 hits? This was a... Okay, well, they've died in 2 hits before. Maybe I was jumping and doing critical hits. Oh, well. All right. So let's do this. Get out of here. I don't need TNT. Don't need it. Okay, grab this. I'm not going to do the interior of the cottage or anything like that. I just want to get the building done. And then we're going to work on some landscaping quickly before I end the episode. Yep, shovel is about to break, but that's okay. We're going to leave the kind of mountainy terrain, but cut away maybe a nice little pathway. Get rid of these trees. Now, landscaping is one of the best ways to add to your builds, guys. It brings your eyes into the actual building itself. It can change the look. Like, look at it right now. It's so plain. But I'm going to do something, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And it just adds a nice little cozy, homey feel to any build, actually. I've done it for a while. I used to have a build, or I used to play on a server, my very first server, if you guys ever go back that far, which I hope you will never do. I played on a server, and I did a lot of landscaping in my first build, and I was really super happy with it. I was proud of it. It's something that I thought was, you know, pretty special. We'll remove this for now. Okay, so what you want to do is you start off with your pathway. This leads the people into your build, right? It's the first thing they're gonna see leading up to the house. A lot of the house is going to hopefully be represented in either, you know, bushes or nice little fences. So it's playing with a lot of elements. So let's just quickly randomly place some cobble in, like so. Oh, not upwards. Don't want on the x-axis. Only the y, not the y. That's the y-axis. The other one's the x. I don't have any gravel, do I? I want to keep it all. You know, I have one here. Okay, let me go grab some gravel. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get it done this episode. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, found a little gravel patch. Got about 64 or more. I think I got 64. Oh no, plus 5. So we'll be able to do this. I just wanted to collect that real fast so we can get this done. I know my little talk about the police went a little long, so the episode's probably running a bit longer than I usually do. But we're gonna do something like that. Get a nice little curve going in the pathway. And we're gonna add some more here just to fill it out. So it kind of leads in to the house itself. We'll take away this stuff right here and put grass. Grass can go back in there. I think we'll just have one little entrance pathway into the door. Grass will grow back. Okay. Now you want to add fencing. Believe it or not, this could be the best thing you guys could do. Let's do an oak fence to your build. It draws, and I did this. If you guys have ever seen my building with B. See, I don't even know the series name. You can see what I did there, and we're just gonna randomly place some fencing, kind of like that. And if we kind of run into situations, we're gonna take away the landscape because we want it to be, you know. We're going to draw the person's eye into the building and have them look like this way, right? See, it's already it's flowing into the house. Like your eye catches it, your eye's like, okay, fence, building. And I'm going to probably have some trees, custom trees out here. So when you look in, you're literally just going to see like bits and pieces of the house. And that's kind of nice to have because then it's like a mystique. It's like ooh, what's behind there? Let's go check it out, right? So let's get some of these leaves. I'm going to show you again. Just random, oh, I'm all done. I need to go get some shears. Maybe later. We'll just fill this in. We'll have enough. And we'll start here. We're just going to randomly place leaves. Not up like this. Like that. Just randomly. Okay. And then we'll do over here. We'll take this out. Don't need it anymore. It gives privacy to the neighbor. Quickly, can we dump anything? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can dump it all. I had brought the clay with me, and I was thinking maybe we would use the clay, but I don't need the clay anymore. So we'll do like that. If anything looks unnatural, we'll just kind of clean it up, and then we'll just kind of like do that. Okay, so let's see what that looks like so far. There. Don't want anything to look like it's too placed. I don't want it to look natural. And this doesn't. So just go in and kind of trim it up a bit. Okay. Once we have it like a tree back here, over here, it'll look a little bit nicer, but so far, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. Like I'll put bushes, maybe a tree here, and we just gotta fix the pathway. Thank you guys so... What the heck? Did you see that? What was that? What was that? That was nuts. It's like I didn't actually have Hobble Block in my hand. Oh well. Cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of TimeShot. Remember, if you did enjoy it, consider slapping that like button. Also, remember, if you want to hear about my other story, let me know in the comments section and I will definitely let you guys know. I do warn you though, it is gross. It is very gross. Take it easy guys, I'll see you next time on the TimeShot server. Bye-bye.